Conchita Wurst, welcome to GQ and welcome to the Sydney Opera House. It's brilliant to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, was there a point when you thought, okay, I'm going to take Conchita to the world? Was there a point where you went, okay, this is it, no turning back, I'm going to do this?
No, never.
Really?
No, because, you know, basically everything just really came very naturally. I got an invitation to host a burlesque show week by week. And so the first step why I have the beard would be I'm a very lazy person. And I thought I hate my face beardless and I should shave week by week just to be a drag queen to host a show. And I said, no, let's have a bearded lady. So, and they went with it. But I immediately, also in this small community of artists and burlesque dancers, and where you might think that everybody is very open-minded, they would give me the side eye and start to arguing with me. And then that was the moment when I found out immediately this whole appearance could be so much more than just me being lazy. And yeah, it starts discussions, and I think, you know, once people question their own opinions about things, I think that's a sign for moving forward.
Yeah. So obviously, you know, you won the Eurovision Song Contest in 2014. 2 years later, your look and who you are is a symbol, and some might say political as well. Did you realise at that point that that's where you wanted to go, or have you sort of grown with that?
Well, you know, I don't really like to be called a symbol or something like that, because at the end of the day, it's just me. And sometimes I do have opinions about things that are not that mainstream.
So, even though you don't want to be called a role model, would you say anything to parents who are growing up with kids who are struggling with their identities, or to those kids themselves?
Gender, race, sexual orientation, your religious beliefs are not important when it comes to character of a person. And I think that, you know, parents should love their kids like in any you know, in any direction they would go. I mean, obviously, if they're doing something wrong, you as a parent, it's your job to bring them back to on the good track. But I mean, it's understandable that parents get overwhelmed when their kid is like, you know, I feel I'm more a boy, you know, as a girl or whatever. And this is definitely a topic that I can't really relate on, because I'm not in the situation. You know, I take the wig off, I take the makeup off, and it's just Tom, and that's basically it. So, yeah. Be patient with yourself, I guess.
It would be good if the world could get to a state where the fastest, I guess, a boy or girl got to realise who they were quicker, the more amazing they can be, as we've seen in your example, right?
And listen to them. You know, don't really, you know, don't think that it's just a phase or whatever. I mean, it could be a phase, but, you know, respect your kids and listen to them, and give them the right to, you know, have their own opinion about life, even when they're little.
So you're obviously here at one of the most celebratory times of the year. Now, you've gone on record saying that London Pride is the best celebration.
Well, they made me to say that.
Okay.
But London is great.
But you do know that Sydney Mardi Gras
well, it's my
is
first
the
time.
best.
It's my first time.
Will you go on record saying that Sydney Mardi Gras is the best?
Well, let's talk on Sunday. No, I can't talk on Sunday. No, not gonna happen. I'm gonna sleep on Sunday.
So what sort of icons have you got in this world?
Well, I grew up listening to Shirley Bassey, so she's definitely one of.
Could you do a little tune for us now?
Well, you know, I'm gonna open my opera concert with one of her songs, with the best line ever. Where do I begin? Well, I mean, isn't that the best line to start a concert?
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's talk about why you're here. You've become a bit of an icon, and you're at the Sydney Opera House, and of course, our Sydney Symphony Orchestra is going to be backing to you.
It's amazing.
Did you think 2 years ago that you're going to end up here?
No, never. And even till the moment we announced it, all those weeks before, I literally was waiting, my team turning to me like with a sad face and saying they called, they canceled, you know, because, you know, they have better artists, and, you know, I really, because it's so big, and it's such a huge honor, and I think it's the most iconic place in the world, and each and every person making music wants to be on that stage just once, and I'm allowed to give a full concert, so there's nothing more that I could ask
Well, then
for.
as we sign off, could you give us one more line of a Shirley Bassey song?
One more line of a Shirley Bassey song. Well, one of my favorites would be "Diamonds are forever, they are all I need to please me." Well, that's obviously a joke, but yeah, it's a great line.
All right, well, Conchita, thank you so much for spending your time
Thank
this morning
you.
at GQ, and have a great time.
Thank you, you too.
Cheers.